Mobile games have long been a serious competitor to projects for PCs and consoles, not only in the genre of casual arcades, but also in more serious niches, including strategies. Therefore, we decided to compile an ultimatum selection, combining in it the most successful and interesting strategies on Android. War Legends is a new online strategy game in the style of Warcraft. The game combines classic RTS gameplay and controls adapted for smartphones. Fans of PvP strategies will be able to fight with other players in different modes. Recordings of such battles can be found on YouTube. For those who prefer to play through, there is a single-player campaign. Telling about the conflict between light and darkness, War Legends immerses us in an exciting plot, which develops around the battle of goblins, orcs, and undead against humans, dwarves, and elves. The game pleases with beautiful locations, high-quality animations, and cool voice acting in Russian and English. Opens are top not only the best strategy on Android, but also one of the most successful mobile games in history, which during its existence has brought the creators more than $6.5 billion. This success is due to its simple but thoughtful gameplay, which is based on the development of a medieval village and battles with bots and other gamers. Battles here are very dynamic. Maximum battle length is 3 minutes and take place in semi-automatic mode. Units fight independently, and the player sends troops into battle and uses spells and items. And the main fun begins when you join one of the many clans, because the mechanics of clan wars is still considered one of the most successful among strategy mobile games. In this port of one of the best tactical strategies of 2012 on Android, you will have to lead an international organization opposing the alien invasion of Earth. Collect a squad of operatives, equip them with suitable weapons, and send them to fight the insidious aliens. Victories will allow you to get funding and research alien technology, on the basis of which you can create new weapons and equipment. Dawn of Titans differs from the other members of our list of the best strategy on Android by its revolutionary graphics. The visuals of the game are as good as the pictures that are given by modern consoles. In addition to the magnificent graphics is a dynamic and exciting gameplay. You do not just hire and pump hundreds of units, but also participate in battles, where you can fully control their actions. And the cherry on the cake will be the Titans, giant units that can single-handedly deal with dozens of opponents. Despite the very primitive schematic graphics and very simple at first glance gameplay, ANTIYOY is considered to be one of the most additive strategies for the Android platform. The essence of gameplay here is reduced to the gradual capture of territories, can be neutral or belong to other players, building defense towers, developing the economy, and acquiring new units. An interesting finding of the game: your possessions are initially 2 enclaves, separated by neutral lands. In video games, Vikings are often romanticized, representing them as glorious warriors that went to conquer distant lands, and only a few projects show their barbaric nature. Among the latter is the strategy Bad North, in which you will try to withstand the defense of a small island against fierce invaders. The gameplay contains elements of roguelike. So, the maps are randomly generated, and the battles themselves are quite hardcore. As an advanced tactician, you must give orders to your subjects. Use tactical advantages of the terrain and not make mistakes, each of which can be fatal. NORTHGARD is a fantastic strategy game with survival elements, based on the now popular Scandinavian theme. NORTHGARD is a recently discovered mysterious continent, which several Viking clans, including yours, have set out to conquer. Since you can't carry a lot of supplies in your small drakars, and the conditions in these lands are quite harsh, competent resource management is crucial for survival and further prosperity. In addition, Northgard includes various military and research missions, as well as the possibility to play together with your friends and fight against other clans, dangerous local inhabitants, or even against each other. If you liked spreading the disease all over the planet in Plague Inc., then you just have to try Rebel Inc. as well. As it is not hard to guess, it was created by the same developers, but the essence of gameplay here is completely different, more creative and noble. In Rebel Inc., you are assigned to restore the region, which has suffered significant losses due to the Civil War. You have to make sure that the society develops and does not lose its fighting spirit, as you will have to fight off rebel attacks on a regular basis. Given the criticality of the whole situation, you will have to make many difficult choices, on which will depend the fate of the entire region. The following game was one of the biggest indie hits of 2018, largely due to its ingeniously simple tactical gameplay. Into the Breach is a strategy puzzle game that gives you control of several brave pilots of huge mechs who must travel back in time to save humanity from an invasion of skyscraper-sized alien monsters. Despite the gigantic scale of the tragedy, battles take place in turn-based mode in a very limited space, with minimal opportunities for tactical maneuvers. That is, it seems so at first, but soon enough you'll figure out how you can use and combine the unique skills of your units in conjunction with the peculiarities of the landscape, making the size and power of your opponents work against them. The only downside to Into the Breach is that it's only available with a Netflix subscription, but if you have one, you'll get the game for free. Company of Heroes is another cult series that has successfully moved from PC to Android. If you're into military strategy games, you're probably familiar with it. Company of Heroes gives you the opportunity to participate in the most famous battles of World War II, but not as the commander-in-chief of the whole army, but as the commander of a small company of soldiers, which is even more involved in the nuances of warfare and makes the battlefield more dramatic. The battles themselves take place in real time, so be prepared for the fact that deafening explosions, shrapnel shards, and unexpected maneuvers of the enemies will constantly keep you in suspense and distract you from planning further actions. But your duty is to keep cool in any situation and do everything possible and impossible for the sake of victory.